fellow cyberpunks and retro nerds. Tommy the Hammer here, flying solo, and today I want to talk about this awesome little cartridge I got in the mail the other day called Super Games 150 in 1, and basically I bought this off of Amazon. It was less than $30, and essentially this is an emulator on a cartridge. And the best part about it is that it doesn't have all the little bugs and problems that ROMs usually come with online. It's made like a cartridge, and when you plug it into your Nintendo, all of the, I guess you could consider these ROMs, play just like their cartridge counterparts. So stick around, we're going to be checking out some of the more obscure titles. Everyone knows Mario and Link and Samus, but I want to touch on some of the weirder ones like Power Blade or Shatterhand. So don't go anywhere. Okay, so here's the game. This is the intro screen. Obviously it is a bootleg, and obviously it was made in 2015. And here is the first intro screen. There's 150 games. I'll just cycle through a few, give you an idea of the wide variety of bootlegged Nintendo games that are on this single cartridge. Pretty cool that there's a little Mega Man character in the corner of the screen. And here we are back at the beginning. Now, it was like I was saying earlier, I want to touch on some of the more bizarre and stranger games, and one of the main reasons I got this cartridge was because it has Mega Man 6 on it, and I haven't played 6 in an extremely long time, and it was always one of my favorite Mega Man games, mainly because it was just probably at its pinnacle, in my opinion, the overall series. At this point, Mega Man had the most abilities, and they did away with Rush, and pretty much just went all out on updating Mega Man, the precursor to Mega Man X, probably. And anyways, I like this one. It's very colorful. The Master Bots all seem particularly goofy and evil, which is kind of a requirement for me in a Mega Man game. Anyways, without further ado, I'm going to quickly play a stage here. This is Blizzard Man. Pretty easy character. But I always like the music in the stage, so I'm going to just let that kind of play out for a little bit. Died right off the bat. Boom. Blizzard Man defeated. Okay, so I'm going to play quickly some other games here. I don't want to bore you guys, so I'm just going to go to some of the ones that I think are some of my favorite, more obscure Nintendo games, and one of those happens to be the one called Shatterhand, only in this version, of course, it's in a completely different language. So, let's check it out. This was always one of my favorite side-scrollers for the Nintendo, mainly because it had a simple premise and kind of a fun execution. But yeah, I mean, basically you just run around, you've got like bionic arms, and you punch things, and you can gain abilities and get like some sort of sentient robo mechanism that follows you, and it helps you along the way, so check it out. Kind of reminiscent of Castlevania a little bit in terms of its character design, overall aesthetic. But yeah, just punching shit. It's fucking awesome. And these little things you gather help you create your robo armor floaty device thing. Shit. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. It helps out a lot. And here we have Power Blade 2. Kind of a weird, obscure Nintendo game, but I always liked it. Mainly because you're like this badass with like some sort of mechanical boomerang. And it can be upgraded. Cool part is you can pick the different stages you want to go to. Let's try this one. Cool part is he can throw his boomerang in pretty much any direction, so you have that classic Castlevania vibe to it. Well, I seem to be dying a lot. Now here's an anomaly. Motherfucking Altered Beast on Nintendo. Yeah. It actually exists. And it looks like shit. But it is kind of cool to see in a weird way. I was playing this game the other day, and one of the neat things about it is that it kind of differs from the arcade and the Sega Genesis version. Like, the first level is the classic Altered Beast level, but the second level appears to be something completely different. It reminds me of something out of like maybe a Splatterhouse game, because it's like in the woods, kind of a boggy area. I don't know. And I never made it past level 2 because I never gave a shit. Clearly the Genesis version is the best version of this game, but it is still cool to see 8-bit Altered Beast. Finally, Jesus. Oh, why is it still going? There we go. Now this is comical. Nowhere near as terrifying as the Genesis version. Maybe terrifying in a different way, but... well, that blows. And this is level 2, completely different from the Genesis and arcade version. Now, a lot of people don't like this game, but I like it mainly because, in my opinion, this and the Contra for Super Nintendo, I think that was like Contra 3, Alien Wars, and then, of course, Contra Hard Corps were like the last true Contra games. And this one still has that old school feel. It's not as good as the other two originals, but it's still pretty fun. It's a lot more grounded than the other ones. This one doesn't have as many like aliens and other crazy bullshit running around. This is just mainly soldiers against soldiers. Maybe the occasional high-tech equipment used, but for the most part, it's straightforward. And it's hard as fuck. Let me tell you, everyone is shooting. It's got that classic 8-bit slowdown, which always helped me. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but to be honest, back in the day, I always just pretended I was in the Matrix. And slowdown helped me for sure. But I seem to be doing good. But this part really fucks me up every fucking time. And wow. See? Fucking hate that shit. Like, what is this double dragon horse shit? And here we go. That's stupid. The screen was like stuck. Horrible part about this game is, like, you get like 3 lives and then that's it. God, I gotta get the screen to go ahead of me. Fuck. And if you die, you don't get to continue and start right there. You just have to start the fucking game over again. Fuck. Yeah, I'm not continuing. Well, there you have it, folks. New Nintendo cartridge, Super Games 150-in-1, and there's a lot of gems on here. Highly recommend it if you want to play a shit ton of Nintendo games on a single fucking cartridge. Cheers.